Excuses are the easy way out, but progress demands accountability and action. Too often, people fall into the trap of justifying why they can't move forward. They say, "It's not my fault," or "the timing isn't right," when deep down, these are just convenient ways to avoid responsibility. Winners understand that excuses are distractions, masking the real work that needs to be done. Real progress doesn't come from avoiding blame or shirking responsibility. It comes from looking in the mirror, owning your part, and taking purposeful steps forward no matter the circumstances. Winners focus on solutions, not obstacles. Losers focus on reasons why they can't. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you reclaim control of your life. Every obstacle is a puzzle to solve, not a roadblock to give up. When you shift your mindset from "why me" to "what can I do," you unlock the power to break through barriers. Progress is fueled by action, not complaint. It's about digging deep and finding a way even when the path looks impossible. Winners see challenges as invitations to grow, while losers see them as reasons to stop. Making progress means moving forward even when the path is unclear or difficult. Life rarely hands us a clear, straight road. It's messy, full of twists, setbacks, and uncertainty. But winners are not paralyzed by fear of the unknown. They keep putting one foot in front of the other, even if they don't have all the answers yet. Progress is built on consistent effort, not perfect conditions. It's about trusting the process, knowing that every small step forward adds up over time. Winners choose action over hesitation, progress over stagnation. Excuses rob you of your potential. Progress fuels your growth and success. Every excuse you make is like a brick in the wall that separates you from your goals. It's a barrier you build yourself. But every time you choose progress, you tear down a piece of that wall. Winners recognize that their greatest enemy is not failure, but the excuse that stops them from trying. Growth happens outside the comfort zone, and progress is the proof that you're willing to step out and face your fears. Winners don't let excuses chain them. They use progress to break free. Winners take responsibility for their results. Losers blame others and circumstances. The ultimate difference between winners and losers is who they hold accountable. Winners say, "This is on me." They don't wait for perfect conditions or blame others for their lack of results. They understand that their life is a reflection of their choices and actions. Excuses only delay the inevitable truth. Progress requires responsibility. When you own your outcomes, you gain the power to change them. Winners make progress because they accept this truth, and in doing so, they rise above excuses and claim their success. Winners focus on solutions, not obstacles. Losers focus on reasons why they can't. This simple but powerful mindset difference is what separates those who succeed from those who stall. When challenges arise, winners immediately look for ways to overcome them, searching for creative answers and new paths. Instead of getting stuck on why something won't work or why the situation is unfair, they ask, "How can I make this happen?" This focus on solutions keeps their energy moving forward and opens doors that others miss. Losers, on the other hand, get caught in a web of excuses and negativity. They focus on the barriers, magnifying the difficulties until the problems seem impossible to solve. Their mind is filled with "I can't because" statements that paralyze action and drain motivation. This fixation on obstacles creates a mindset of limitation, where fear and doubt overshadow the possibility of success. When you dwell on why things won't work, you rob yourself of the opportunity to find the way that they can. The difference between focusing on solutions versus obstacles is not just about attitude, it's about results. Winners understand that obstacles are inevitable, but progress depends on how you respond. By focusing on solutions, winners develop resilience and adaptability. They turn setbacks into learning experiences and keep pushing forward. This solution-focused mindset becomes a habit, shaping every decision and action towards success. Moreover, Focusing on solutions cultivates creativity and innovation. Winners see every problem as a chance to think differently and grow stronger. Instead of complaining about the obstacle, they ask questions, explore alternatives, and find new methods. This approach fuels momentum and keeps their vision alive, even when circumstances get tough. The ability to pivot and problem solve is a hallmark of winning. Ultimately, the mindset you choose, solutions or obstacles, determines your path. If you focus on obstacles, you create limits. If you focus on solutions, you unlock possibilities. Winners choose the latter because they know that real progress demands a focus on what can be done, not what can't. This mindset creates a powerful cycle of action, learning, and success that propels them beyond where most ever dream to go. Making progress means moving forward even when the path is unclear or difficult. Life rarely offers a perfectly lit, straight road to our goals. Instead, it often feels like walking through fog where the destination is visible, but the steps aren't always clear. Winners don't wait for all the answers before they take action. They understand that movement itself creates clarity. By pushing forward, even in uncertainty, they gain momentum, insight, and new opportunities that staying still would never provide. When the path is difficult, it tests our resolve and commitment. It's easy to get discouraged by setbacks, doubts, or delays, but progress requires embracing discomfort. Winners see difficulty not as a stop sign, but as a challenge to be met. They build resilience by persisting through the tough times, knowing that every step, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goal. This ability to keep moving, even when things get hard, separates those who succeed from those who give up. Moving forward in uncertainty also means trusting yourself in the process. Winners accept that they won't have perfect information or a foolproof plan at every moment. Instead, they rely on their judgment, experience, and willingness to adapt. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about consistent effort in the right direction. Each step forward reveals new insights that shape the next move. This dynamic journey is how winners grow, learn, and ultimately achieve what others think impossible. The courage to advance when the way isn't clear also inspires confidence. It shows commitment to your vision and belief in your ability to figure things out. This confidence attracts opportunities, allies, and resources that might otherwise remain out of reach. When you take action despite uncertainty, you send a message to yourself and the world that you are ready to win. This mindset creates a cycle where progress fuels more progress, even when the path is rocky. Ultimately, progress is a choice to keep moving forward, regardless of the clarity of the path. Winners understand that waiting for perfect conditions only leads to stagnation. Real success is built by those willing to step into the unknown, trust the process, and persist. They don't wait for all the lights to turn green. They take the green lights they get and keep going, knowing that forward motion is the essence of progress. Excuses rob you of your potential. Progress fuels your growth and success. When you give in to excuses, you put limits on what you can achieve before you even try. Excuses are like invisible chains holding you back from reaching your true capabilities. They convince you that you're not ready, not worthy, or that the timing isn't right. But the truth is, every excuse is a missed opportunity to grow, learn, and move closer to your dreams. Winners know this well. They refuse to let excuses steal their potential. Progress, on the other hand, is the energy that drives your personal and professional growth. Each step forward, no matter how small, expands your ability and confidence. It's progress that turns dreams into reality because it keeps you moving beyond your current limits. When you choose progress over excuses, you are investing in yourself. You're building habits, skills, and a mindset that naturally leads to success. This momentum becomes unstoppable once it takes hold. Excuses create a false sense of comfort by avoiding risk and effort, but they also create a false barrier to success. The potential inside you wants to be unleashed, but it can't break free if excuses block the way. Winners realize that potential is meaningless without action. They trade excuses for accountability and follow through. This simple choice separates those who live a life of unfulfilled promise from those who achieve greatness. Furthermore, progress fuels motivation. When you see yourself getting better and advancing, it sparks a positive cycle of enthusiasm and drive. Success builds upon success, and progress becomes its own reward. Excuses do the opposite. They drain your energy and undermine your confidence, making the journey harder than it needs to be. Winners know that progress is the fuel that keeps the fire of ambition burning bright. In the end, your potential is only as big as the progress you're willing to make. Excuses shrink your possibilities, while progress expands them. To unlock your true potential, you must reject excuses and commit to consistent action. That commitment transforms potential into achievement and dreams into reality. Winners don't let excuses steal their future. They let progress lead the way. Winners take responsibility for their results. Losers blame others and circumstances. This principle is at the core of every success story. When things don't go as planned, winners don't waste time pointing fingers or making excuses. Instead, they look inward and ask, what can I do differently? What lesson can I learn? This mindset puts control back in their hands because they understand that their actions and choices shape their outcomes. By owning their results, winners empower themselves to make the changes needed to succeed. Blaming others or external factors may feel like a relief in the moment, but it ultimately leads to stagnation. When you blame circumstances, you give your power away. You become a victim of your environment rather than the master of your destiny. Losers get trapped in this cycle, constantly searching for someone or something to hold accountable for their lack of progress. This mindset keeps them stuck, frustrated, and powerless to change their situation. It's a comfortable excuse that, ironically, prevents real growth and achievement. Taking responsibility is not about self-blame or harsh judgment. It's about honesty and courage. Winners are willing to face the truth about their role in their successes and failures. This honesty fuels growth because it highlights what needs to improve. When you accept responsibility, you open the door to solutions and progress. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions or for others to change and instead become the driver of your own journey. This shift from blame to responsibility is a defining mark of champions. Responsibility also builds trust and respect from others. When people see that you own your actions and results, they know they can count on you. This reliability opens doors to new opportunities and collaborations. Winners understand that success is not just about individual effort, but also about relationships built on integrity. Taking responsibility strengthens these relationships, creating a supportive environment for ongoing progress and achievement. Ultimately, the choice to take responsibility is a choice to lead your life. Winners lead by example, showing that true power comes from owning your results and owning from every experience. Blaming others might offer temporary comfort, but it's the surest way to remain stuck. Winners know that by taking full responsibility, they hold the key to unlocking their full potential and achieving lasting success. Progress is built on persistence, not on avoiding challenges with excuses. The path to success is rarely smooth or easy, and it demands more than just wishful thinking or temporary motivation. True progress comes from the steady, unwavering commitment to keep going even when the road gets tough. Winners understand that setbacks and difficulties are part of the journey, not reasons to quit or make excuses. Instead of avoiding challenges, they lean into them with persistence and determination. Avoiding challenges by making excuses might provide momentary comfort, but it ultimately leads to stagnation. When you excuse yourself from difficult situations, you deny yourself the chance to grow stronger and wiser. Excuses are like detours that take you away from your goals, while persistence keeps you on the direct path to achievement. Progress requires the courage to face obstacles head on and the resolve to continue despite discomfort or fear. Persistence is a muscle that grows stronger each time you use it. Every time you push through a challenge instead of backing down, you build resilience and confidence. This momentum propels you forward, creating a cycle where progress begets more progress. Winners know that success is rarely about giant leaps. It's about the small, consistent steps taken day after day with persistence and focus. Moreover, persistence teaches valuable lessons that excuses can never reveal. Challenges provide feedback and opportunities to refine your approach, improve your skills, and deepen your understanding. When you avoid these challenges, you miss out on crucial growth experiences. Winners embrace persistence not just as a strategy, but as a mindset that transforms obstacles into stepping stones. In the end, progress is the reward of those who refuse to quit. Persistence outlasts excuses because it's grounded in commitment and belief in the goal. Winners don't let excuses derail them. They use persistence as the bridge that carries them over every challenge, closer and closer to the success they seek. Excuses delay success. Winners use every setback as a stepping stone forward. When challenges arise, it's easy to fall into the trap of making excuses, telling yourself why this setback happened and why it's not your fault. But this kind of thinking only stalls your progress and keeps you stuck in the same place. Winners see setbacks not as dead ends, but as valuable lessons, opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. They refuse to let excuses slow them down or distract them from their ultimate goals. Every setback holds a hidden advantage for those who are willing to look for it. Winners analyze what went wrong without blaming external factors, using the experience to adjust their approach and improve their strategies. This process of turning failure into feedback is what keeps their momentum alive. Rather than viewing setbacks as failures, they treat them as necessary steps on the path to success. This mindset turns obstacles into opportunities and fuels ongoing progress. Excuses create a false comfort zone that feels safe but is actually a trap. They give the illusion of control by shifting responsibility away from yourself, but in reality, they prevent you from taking meaningful action. Winners understand that success is earned by facing setbacks head on, learning from them, and then pushing forward with even more determination. This approach prevents stagnation and keeps the journey moving forward, no matter how tough the circumstances. Moreover, winners use setbacks as motivation. Each challenge overcome builds confidence and resilience, reinforcing their belief that success is possible despite difficulties. They develop a thicker skin and a sharper focus because they have learned that excuses only weaken their resolve. Progress is fueled by the determination to rise above setbacks, not by hiding behind excuses that delay your growth. Ultimately, the choice is yours. You can let excuses delay your success, or you can use every setback as a stepping stone forward. Winners choose the latter because they know that lasting achievement is built on perseverance and the courage to keep moving no matter what stands in their way. Winners see obstacles as opportunities to learn, not reasons to quit. This mindset transforms every difficulty from a roadblock into a stepping stone. Instead of allowing challenges to discourage them or cause defeat, winners approach obstacles with curiosity and determination. They ask, what can this teach me? And how can I grow from this experience? This perspective turns setbacks into valuable lessons that sharpen skills and strengthen character. When you view obstacles as opportunities, you develop resilience. Each challenge becomes a test of your commitment and creativity. Winners don't shy away from tough situations. They lean into them, knowing that facing difficulties head-on is the fastest way to grow. This proactive approach builds confidence and prepares them for even bigger challenges ahead. Over time, what once seemed like barriers become familiar milestones on the road to success. This mindset also encourages continuous learning and improvement. Winners realize that growth never stops and every obstacle offers new insights. By embracing problems rather than avoiding them, they expand their knowledge and develop new strategies. This adaptability is crucial because the journey toward any meaningful goal is rarely a straight line. Obstacles force innovation and flexibility, qualities that separate winners from those who give up. Moreover, seeing obstacles as opportunities fosters patience and perseverance. Winners understand that success is a process, not an instant achievement. Challenges slow you down temporarily, but they also prepare you for sustained success by teaching persistence. Rather than quitting when faced with difficulty, winners keep pushing forward, knowing that each obstacle overcome is a step closer to their ultimate goal. In the end, the choice to see obstacles as opportunities or reasons to quit shapes your entire journey. Winners choose to learn, adapt, and grow because they know this mindset leads to lasting success. It's this outlook that turns challenges into triumphs and transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. To win, you must silence the voice of excuses and amplify the call to action. Excuses are like a loud, distracting noise in your mind that keeps you stuck and hesitant. They tell you why now isn't the right time, why you're not ready, or why the odds are against you. But winners know that listening to excuses is a sure way to remain where you are. To move forward, you have to quiet that voice, push it aside, and focus on what must be done instead. Amplifying the call to action means turning up the volume on your commitment and drive. It's about reminding yourself daily of your goals and the reasons you started your journey. This call to action is the inner push that gets you out of bed early, that keeps you working when others quit, and that fuels your persistence when the road gets rough. Winners train themselves to hear this call louder than any excuse, making action their automatic response. Silencing excuses and answering the call to action is a battle of focus. It requires discipline to recognize when excuses creep in and courage to reject them immediately. Winners build this muscle by consistently choosing action over hesitation, progress over comfort. Every time you choose to act despite excuses, you strengthen your ability to focus on what matters most, your success. This process creates a powerful momentum. As you amplify action and mute excuses, you gain confidence and results. That momentum makes it easier to keep moving forward, even when challenges arise. In essence, winning is less about luck and more about mastering your internal dialogue, shutting down excuses, and turning up the drive to act. Ultimately, the choice to silence excuses and amplify action is what separates winners from everyone else. Winners don't wait for perfect conditions or permission. They act decisively and consistently. By doing so, they shape their destiny and achieve the progress others only dream about. Progress is the habit of winners. Excuses are the refuge of those who settle. Winners develop a consistent pattern of moving forward, no matter the circumstances. Progress isn't just an occasional effort. It's a daily commitment to growth and improvement. This habit builds momentum and creates a foundation for lasting success. When progress becomes routine, it transforms from a goal into a natural way of living, propelling winners steadily toward their dreams. In contrast, excuses offer comfort to those who settle for less. Settling means accepting the status quo and avoiding the discomfort that comes with growth. Excuses create a safe space where people can avoid responsibility and delay action. This refuge feels easier in the short term, but ultimately leads to missed opportunities and regret. Those who settle may feel momentary relief, but they sacrifice the chance to reach their full potential. Winners understand that habits shape their destiny. By cultivating the habit of progress, they train themselves to overcome challenges and resist the temptation of excuses. This habit reinforces resilience, focus, and discipline, all of which are essential to achieving greatness. Each small step forward strengthens their resolve and makes the next step easier to take. Excuses, on the other hand, become a cycle that traps people in inactivity. Once you give in to one excuse, it becomes easier to make another. This pattern gradually erodes confidence and motivation, making progress seem impossible. Winners break this cycle by recognizing excuses for what they are, barriers to success, and consciously choosing progress instead. Ultimately, the difference between winners and those who settle is the habit they form. Winners make progress a non-negotiable part of their life, pushing themselves beyond comfort and complacency. Settlers hide behind excuses, choosing temporary comfort over lasting achievement. The habit of progress is the true hallmark of those who win in life.